the reveal was, it's a tough watch. And so I would have done anything in my power to be able to take that back, because I think if I would have had a little bit better of a reaction to that, she wouldn't be getting so much heat. So that's my bad.
First things first, how has it been watching all the episodes back? Because it is number one on Netflix. I feel like this is what everyone is talking about right now. So for you, how has it been sitting there and watching it all play out?
It's a lot. I mean, we've got some hard moments to watch in there, but ultimately I'm finally reliving a lot of these experiences I dealt with, months ago at this point. And so it brings back a lot of old feelings, and it's a weird thing to see yourself in this environment. I mean, and to see how many people are interested in who I'm choosing and my relationship.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Look, I mean, you were involved in a love triangle that had everyone talking in the pods. Looking back, why did you pick Chelsea over Jess?
I think this is all getting blown out of proportion a little bit. I think I want to give hats off and congratulate Jess. She got an amazing edit through this. But Chelsea is, at the time, Chelsea's conflict resolution is exactly what I saw myself with long term. I think I mean, she picked me up when I needed it most.
Mm.
The simplest way for me to put it, I had a 3.5 hour date with both of these ladies with no true decision at that point. Jess walks out in 10 minutes and was hammering me on not having a choice and not telling our lover. If she loved me that much, shouldn't she have told me she loved me first? Shouldn't she have communicated with me, stayed there with me? She left. She walked out. If she don't think I'm deserving her time, I don't want it. I chose Chelsea, not by default. I walked into the pod with Chelsea, and she can tell I was down. Here I am, I have another date that I'm very excited about, and I'm down. It took away from my happiness being with her, and the way she was able to pick me up, talk me through it, be vulnerable, not care that I'm talking about another date and how that made me sad. That was what I saw myself with long term. I just sort of got a glimpse of what I would get long term with Jess, and I didn't like how she talked down to me. So easy, no brainer for me.
Another thing that has been completely blown out of the water is Chelsea's comment about her resembling Megan Fox. You then say, she lied about that. Do you regret saying that?
I mean, I'll start by saying we shouldn't have talked about looks. That was our biggest. That was a no go. We both shot ourselves in the foot there. We're both aware of that, I think, at this point. But I still personally don't think she looks like Megan Fox, but I think she's beautiful nonetheless.
In the last couple episodes that were just dropped, you called Chelsea clingy. Do you stand by that now after watching it all back?
I, yeah, I stand by it. I mean, I felt a certain type of way. I needed to let her know how I felt about it, and I got it off my chest. I 100% agree there's 1,000 different ways for me to say that and make it a more respectful way. But she was kind of laying it into me, and it was kind of a glass half full, glass empty type of thing where she thought I wasn't giving her enough, and here I am thinking I've given her so much, and she's not appreciative of it. And so, if she would have given me a little bit of time to miss her, I really would have missed her. I did love her, and all those feelings and everything I went through was authentic. I'd be robbing her if I didn't tell her how I felt in that moment.
Hmm. So another big thing that happens, you get back to Charlotte and you did see a picture of Jess. Now I want to know if you needed an EpiPen in that moment because you could not breathe.
Well, we're working out, and Jeremy shows me Jess's Instagram. I don't know if that part's in there, but he's like, dude, she looks like a Kardashian. Like, she's so hot, you gotta look at her. And I'm like, like, okay. I mean, yeah, she's extremely attractive, but I'm engaged. And so, Jess, I'm not gonna let how I perceive Jess just because she's super duper hot. I'm not gonna like put Chelsea down because I'm having my own problems with Chelsea during that time. And the last thing she needed to do is feel more insecure about it. So, totally like told her out of respect that I am aware I had a conversation, I know what she looks like. but I think she sort of misinterpreted it, like I was missing hers.
She asked you if you were starting these problems because you saw a photo of Jess.
No, I definitely wasn't starting problems because I saw a photo of Jess. It had nothing to do with Jess, and that was making.
And then we did see Jess. She did say that you sent her a friend request, and then like 8 hours later, you took it back. Did you do that?
Let's not blow this out of proportion. She, okay, I did send her a friend request. I did withdraw it, but when I got my phone back and I got off the show, I sent a friend request to every single person I went through the experiment with. But I know that woman loved the fact that I followed her and loved the fact that my request was sitting in her inbox. And like a day went by or something, and I just withdrew it. And I was like, her phone isn't blowing up this much. She sees this. This is blowing her ego up a little bit more that it's sitting in her inbox. So I just flipped it off. I went private, and we just moved on from there.
What was
I
your
didn't.
reaction then to seeing that she did say, after she said that you sent her the friend request, then she also said that she's a temptation, and when you finally see her, you're going to be so tempted to be with her. What was your reaction then seeing that all back?
Of course, Jess loves to fish. Like she Jess would do anything for me to be able to hang it over my head that I DM'd her or something. So like I would never DM her. And anytime that we have talked through her DMs, she does a lot of fishing. So she would absolutely love it and would love to be able to hold that over my head, but absolutely
Right.
not.
Now, with you and Chelsea in the episodes that we've seen so far, is there anything that you regret doing that you would have changed differently with how you handled your relationship with Chelsea?
The reveal was it's a tough watch. And so I would have done anything in my power to be able to take that back because I think if I would have had a little bit better of a reaction to that, she wouldn't be getting so much heat. So that's my bad.
Hmm. Which
But as far as the openness and the communication, I always put my best foot forward and communicate whatever's on my mind, whether it'll hurt that person or help that person. I look at the positives and everything, and I don't have a ton of regrets through it. I mean, my my only regret is not breaking up with Jess a day earlier because it gave her a full day to burn me, figure out a way to burn me. Like